we work together, I warn people. I have a lot of warnings. I come with a warning label. Okay? I warn people that if there is something that you are passionate about, and I'm trying to convince you to change it because I'm looking at numbers or I'm looking at marketing, I'm looking at data, but it's part of your heart and soul of the business to you, then you argue with me. Don't let me, I'm strong-willed. You need to be equally strong-willed, but open. I will do the same, open-minded, but strong-willed and passionate. And if you want to keep something you're doing that I think is not a good idea, I'm going to make you justify. Tell me why. Show me why. Yeah. Tell me why this is important to you. And I would expect you to do the same back. I have a philosophy of nothing on the menu that's not a wow. Better to have a smaller menu and have everything full of flavor. And I call it no bashful food. No bashful food, no timid food. It's got to be flavorful. Do something different. Make it your own, whatever it might be. That can be hash browns. It can be anything, whether it's American items. Do something that sets you apart.
Lots of people, okay, they like breakfast, but they like Mediterranean breakfast too, because it is unique. It's different. It is something they couldn't find at least 500 miles radius. They're not gonna find it. They can find it in Texas, New York, some places, Boston, Chicago. So it's some kind of, what was it for Mediterranean breakfast? Exotic exotic meal.
If I remember, like the feedback from the customers that we got was, you know, if we were to make the menu much more Mediterranean influenced, but with some, like, still a few of the most popular American dishes, how would you receive that? And I think that it was overwhelmingly positive of the result. You know, if this is something that seemingly people are wanting or customers love, it could be, as David is mentioning, kind of like your unique, like, what's that one unique thing that is, you know, is you and to your concept.
It's critical to be true to yourself, determine what this concept really needs and wants to be, and then go big at it. You know, I mean, when I say that, it's like not everyone is going to like Mediterranean. So yeah, you have to have those. You don't want to lose those core customers, but we may want to try to get them to try something over here. Who knows? They might end up loving it. And the other thing I talk about is a fusion where instead of clearly Mediterranean, clearly American, maybe there's a fusion with some of the Mediterranean dishes that you can put an American twist, or a Mediterranean twist on some American dishes, to kind of have Mediterranean, American, and then you have this little gray area in between that lets people kind of go out of their comfort zone. People, I would say, under 40 are much more adventurous. They're more open to ethnic foods. They're open to new flavor profiles. So as we would determine the branding and going forward, the name of the restaurant, what the, you know, is it going to be American food, including burgers with this much Mediterranean, or is it going to be this much Mediterranean with this much American? It changes who your target audience is, how you reach them, and what that message is. So you kind of get to a crossroads. Like you say, you don't want to make those regulars mad and turn them away because you don't have their favorites. But if you're going to grow this business and be something different, you're going to have to figure out how those 20-something, 30-somethings, college students at MSU who come from other countries, so many people from other parts of the world, to be able to reach them.
I think everything you're saying is spot on. And I think really the next steps from this meeting are going to be doing some workshops with Ömer to kind of develop out, like what you're talking about, is like who are you? What is your big thing? What's your unique selling proposition? You know,
Yeah, your
position in
USP.
the market. Yeah, and like discovering those things, solidifying those things as we move forward, and you know, and begin to start not only planning those things, kind of like you said, a roadmap, but also begin to implement them over the next coming months. And you know, there's going to be things that we can help you implement from a branding and marketing perspective. There's going to be a lot of things that David could probably help you implement as far as the kitchen and like operations and you know interior things. We'll help you with the design, like you said, of creating that ambience that needs to support your concept and your brand and what you're trying to accomplish, making sure it's authentic and true to the concept. So those are kind of like our next steps. You know, I'd love for David, for you to be involved with helping us after we kind of go through that workshop, and with the outcome of that we can share with you, and just like you know begin to create kind of a roadmap of what needs to happen over the next you know few months to really get Ömer into a better position to where you know he's really able to live out his passion in a greater way, and his business is supporting it, and he's profitable.
You spend your days, hours, and everything. You laugh in kitchen, you cry in the kitchen. Yeah.
It is not for the faint of heart, and it's not for people who are not passionate. That passion for food,
Yes.
that passion for this business easily brings us together. So